Cleveland Browns, Ocho, are trading Kenny Pickett to the Raiders
Yeah.
in exchange for a 2026 fifth-round pick. Taken 20th overall by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 2022 draft, Pickett has now been traded 3 times in his career.
Yeah, I think we'll let it play out as we get closer to the cut down. Those are all conversations that we are always having, but those are tough decisions. Like to keep everybody, but not realistic.
Percent chance Dylan Gabriel is your franchise quarterback in 3 years. It's obviously not Snoop Huntley. It's obviously not Deshaun Watson.
Cleveland Browns quarterback competition is heating up once again, and all signs are pointing toward Shedeur Sanders stepping into a bigger role. With Kenny Pickett now out of the picture after his trade, the spotlight is shifting toward Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. These two are shaping up to be the center of attention in the QB battle, and the outcome could very well define the Browns' next chapter. While Dylan Gabriel brings his own strengths to the table, the size and presence of Shedeur Sanders give him a clear edge that could push him forward in this competition. The buzz around the Browns suggests that Shedeur is more than just in the mix. He might be the one to truly take charge as the second quarterback option for the team. And with the momentum building, fans are eager to see if this could finally be his breakthrough moment. Before we break all of this down and debunk the discussion, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because your one subscription helps us create more content like this.
I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better, and that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
The QB competition is on, and Kevin Stefanski's recent words have added a whole new layer to the conversation. He's come out and declared that he is fully committed to working on Shedeur Sanders' development, no matter what the critics say. This is a huge shift in tone, because not too long ago, Stefanski was the very one brushing aside concerns and even throwing unfair criticism toward Shedeur. Now, with Kenny Pickett out of the equation, the coach's narrative has flipped, and suddenly Shedeur Sanders has re-entered the spotlight. The timing of this change can't be ignored. It strongly suggests that Shedeur's size and natural presence are giving him the upper hand in this battle with Dylan Gabriel. Wright also weighed in on Dylan Gabriel, recognizing that the young quarterback has plenty of talent and potential, but he didn't shy away from highlighting a key concern: his size. According to Wright, Gabriel's physical stature is something beyond his control, yet it remains a major obstacle in his path to becoming a consistent starter. While Gabriel shows flashes of skill, Wright believes that his limitations in this area could prevent him from truly thriving as an NFL starting quarterback. When placed side by side with Shedeur Sanders, who brings more natural tools and long-term upside to the table, the contrast becomes even clearer.
Of the offense, as far as getting out of the huddle late, consistently, any pre-snap penalties.
Taking all of this into account, Wright left no doubt in his stance. Shedeur Sanders is the one who should be steering the team forward. In his view, Shedeur has proven himself to be the best option, and even if he hadn't been performing at such a high level, his presence and potential alone would still make him the natural choice to lead. Wright pointed to the numbers coming out of training camp as further proof. While stats aren't always the full story, they can't be dismissed, and in nearly every category, Shedeur stood above the rest. From his accuracy and completion percentage to the way he handled pressure and made decisions, Sanders consistently outshined his competition. What impressed Wright the most was the reliability. This wasn't just one or two strong practices. Day after day, Shedeur has maintained that same high standard, showing a level of consistency that none of the other quarterbacks have been able to match.
He's been getting rid of the ball. That's huge.
Because in Colorado, that hurt him.
That was the one thing that when you watched him, it was so glaring. Throw the ball away. Right. Be decisive. You're holding on to the ball too long. Even some of those hits where we say his offensive line failed him. Well, it's a part of the fact that you're holding on to the ball too much.
And it isn't only Nick Wright pointing this out. Mike Tannenbaum has also joined the conversation. He acknowledged that Dylan Gabriel put together a strong showing in the preseason game, proving his skill and composure on the field. However, Tannenbaum stressed that Gabriel's height could become a serious obstacle for him moving forward. In the NFL, size often plays a crucial role for quarterbacks. And while talent is important, a lack of height can create challenges that are difficult to overcome. According to Tannenbaum, this physical limitation might ultimately hold Gabriel back despite his impressive preseason performance.
Fair to screening, but as Hebo just reminded me, he's in 3rd percentile in height. It's really hard to have sustained success in the NFL. Drew Brees is the obvious outlier when you are so short. So to me, it's a big risk. You go from 4 quarterbacks, which we've talked about all summer long, to literally for a 40-year-old quarterback to be backed up by a very unproven, very short by NFL standards 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, so
Browns GM Andrew Berry is fully aware of this dynamic, which is why he made the bold decision to overhaul the offense that many believe let Shedeur Sanders down in the previous preseason game. By moving on from that unit, Berry sent a clear message. The Browns are committed to giving Shedeur the best possible environment to succeed. These moves weren't just routine adjustments. They were strategic steps aimed at ensuring players like Shedeur have the quality support and opportunities they need to shine. It's evident that Berry has been monitoring the situation closely, and his decisions reflect a deliberate effort to put Sanders in a position where he can truly showcase his potential. Now, momentum is building around the idea that GM Andrew Berry is fully invested in Shedeur Sanders' success in Cleveland. His recent moves, coupled with the roster changes, all suggest that Shedeur is being given every chance to establish himself. And this isn't just empty talk. It's something that has already been seen in action. After Shedeur's strong outing in the first preseason game, Berry personally went up to him, offering words of pride and encouragement. That moment carried weight far beyond a simple pat on the back. It was a public show of confidence and belief in Shedeur's future.
Really, really good job. Proud of you.
Cool.
Really, really nice job.
You're not fully proud, kinda.
I'm
Kinda proud.
Look, for your first shot, it was a perfect no, but you made plays, you operated, so it's just stacked.
I love when you tell the facts, do you? No, but it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, you did a nice job, okay?
TJ Houshmandzadeh also entered the conversation, making it clear that the real weight of this situation now rests on Kevin Stefanski's shoulders. According to him, the pressure surrounding the Browns' quarterback decisions is mounting, and Stefanski can't afford to mishandle it. Houshmandzadeh even went as far as predicting that if Stefanski continues the pattern of holding Shedeur Sanders back or trying to diminish his role, it could cost him his job. In his eyes, the organization and the fans are watching closely, and any move that undermines Shedeur at this point could place Stefanski directly on the hot seat.
Kevin Stefanski feels like his job may be on the line.
The picture in Cleveland is becoming clearer with every passing day, and all signs now point toward Shedeur Sanders emerging as the Browns' QB2 behind veteran Joe Flacco. The trade of Kenny Pickett has opened the door wide, removing one of the biggest obstacles in Shedeur's path. With Dillon Gabriel still facing questions about his size and long-term durability, the momentum has shifted strongly in Shedeur's favor. From Nick Wright's praise of his training camp performances to Mike Tannenbaum highlighting the advantages Shedeur holds over Gabriel, the consensus is building that Sanders is the better fit moving forward. GM Andrew Berry's actions further reinforce this narrative. By shaking up the roster and showing unwavering support for Shedeur, Berry has made it clear that the organization wants to see him thrive. Even Stefanski, who once criticized him, has changed his tune, emphasizing Shedeur's development as a priority. Add in voices like TJ Houshmandzadeh, warning that Stefanski's own future is tied to giving Shedeur a fair shot, and the writing is on the wall. With Flacco leading as QB1, Shedeur Sanders is now positioned as the logical and promising QB2, a role that could soon blossom into something even bigger for the Browns. What do you think, Browns fans? Should Shedeur Sanders now be locked in as the QB2 behind Joe Flacco, especially after Kenny Pickett's trade? Do you believe Dillon Gabriel still deserves a fair shot, despite the concerns about his size? Or has Shedeur already proven he's the better option for the future? And with Stefanski under so much pressure, do you see him fully committing to Shedeur? Or could he risk his own job by holding him back? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.